She's a time traveler.
Maybe I was just disappointed if she was a time traveler, why she wouldn't let me know and take me with her. Because I would like to leave 2020.
It's not bigger in there, apparently.
Apparently, only room for one person.
Susan said, love everything about RDJ. RDJ is my boyfriend. I love all the Marvel movies, especially. Not sure if you figured that out yet.
Thank you for letting me know, Susan. The restraining order is coming in.
Keith said, great weird science. Chris says, amazing actor and what a comeback. Jennifer just says, weird science. Phil says, kiss, kiss, bang, bang.
He really did just leave movie titles.
Just left movie titles.
Amazingly, Tropic Thunder is not listed once, and I feel like that's what we reference throughout the most in the script.
Yeah.
And Iron Man.
Well, it's probably because it's not politically correct, guys.
Yeah, I know. That's why it's not. They actually did an interview with Robert Downey Jr. not too long ago, and he said he doesn't regret doing the blackface because it fits the role perfectly.
It's perfect.
And it's a parody of himself, and he actually said that the biggest influence on that role was himself and how some actors take things so seriously, and he realized he was really parodying himself while making the movie.
Well, it was him and Chaplin all over again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's the whole point of the blackface. It's not like they just did blackface to do blackface.
No, it served a greater purpose.
Yes, exactly.
And they addressed how blackface is bad in the movie, too, if you
Yeah.
pay attention to it.
It's, I feel like it's now getting hate that Blazing Saddles does from people who just don't understand Gene Wilder.
I love Blazing Saddles.
Blazing Saddles.
But Tropic Thunder is a great movie. It's one of my favorites of Ben Stiller movies.
Yeah.
You know what's also one of my favorite things is Laura trying to organize the script at the end of the show. Because we all just threw it on the floor like it's organized.
Tama
I'm paying
says,
attention.
Tama says, I love him. Sue says, I'm a fan. I especially loved him in Zodiac.
Ooh, yeah. That was a good one.
Yeah. Terry says, love him and how he put his life back together and stayed sober. On that note, Less Than Zero is my favorite. It's been forever since I've seen Less Than Zero.
I don't think I've ever seen it.
I don't think I have either.
Downey gives a BJ to somebody for drugs.
Oh.
Lizzie says, considering all the drugs he's done, he has aged well.
He really has.
Yeah,
Yeah.
true.
Not like Paul Rudd. Nobody ages like Paul Rudd.
Ages like Paul
Well,
Rudd.
that's because he doesn't age.
Nope.
It's true.
Paul Rudd and Patrick Stewart are Highlanders.
I feel Maggie Smith is right up there, too. Because Maggie Smith is just always old looking.
I don't know if you can count Patrick Stewart in that because...
That man has looked the same for 30-some years.
I know, but when you think of Patrick Stewart and you think of... I mean, he's had a career before that, but his big induction into the famous... Was Picard, and he's already old when he played Picard.
Right, but I mean... He
played Professor Z... X, Y, and Z. He played all of them. And he was old... You know, they're old characters.
I know, it's so tough to play Professor X. You just sit around in a chair and say that you can read people's minds.
I think my favorite thing that I saw was somebody was like, if he's so powerful with his mind, why can't he make his legs work?
I did see that. Though my favorite thing, going back to Paul Rudd, I saw a meme earlier of the Avengers aged.
And he's
it's
still
like
the same.
everybody looks old.
Yeah.
It shows Steve Rogers at the end of Endgame, like all the other Avengers looking old. And then there's Paul Rudd just looking like himself.
Yep.
You know what's going to happen to Paul Rudd is he's going to look that young forever, and then one day he's just going to age 100 years in one day.
So what you're telling me is it's the picture of Dorian Gray right now.
Yes.
There you go.
Okay.
And finally, Mary says,
Play that.
love him in everything from back to school to now. His Sherlock Holmes is awesome. Going to Twitter. Oliver Yah says, Gen Z teenagers discovering that Robert Downey Jr. did blackface in Tropic Thunder and that J-O-J-I
JL. Jude Law.
Jude Law? I don't know. Once played a character that was the definition of extreme, intentionally offensive humor, are like the last kids in class to learn that Santa Claus isn't real.
He's not real?
What?
I guess they're saying that the Gen Z people are late on the boat for discovering that Robert Downey Jr. did blackface.
What do you mean, you people?
Really, you need to see the movie before you get upset that he did blackface. I'm sure there's a lot of people who've never even seen the movie.
I'm just the dude playing the dude who's playing another dude.
Yeah, exactly. He's playing an He's an American actor playing an Australian
actor
who's playing a black guy.
Who went under a controversial treatment to dye his skin.
Yeah.
I mean, the writing of that is just brilliant alone. Wide-Eye Sparkle says, hear me out, Tom Holland as Ellie in The Last of Us HBO show. It's a big yes for me. And Robert Downey Jr. as Joel would be a serve. So I guess he's excited. I never played The Last of Us video game, but he wants those two characters to be in an HBO show. Medusa's Wi-Fi says, I just found out Robert Downey Jr. is a cottagecore AF and lives in a windmill.
Cottagecore AF?
Yeah.
Yeah,
and lives in a windmill. I don't think that's true.
I don't
think he does live in a windmill, but
Though him
Is it
and
in
Tom
Wikipedia?
Holland's interactions are really good together.
they did send a picture of Robert Downey Jr. standing in front of a windmill, so you know that's not photoshopped.
Normally we post a picture of the beer of the show that we do and everything like that. This time I think we're just going to post a picture of Robert Downey Jr. in front of a windmill.
Oh, that's a great idea. All right, let's go to the phones.
Hello, this is Brooder. I enjoyed when Robert Downey Jr. played the puppy. It makes me cry. The only other time I cry is when I accidentally listen to your show. But that's a different sadness.
Can't be any worse than when he went on that tour of The Office with us.
Yeah, he was miserable in real life, too.
No.
At least he's consistent.
Yeah.
So apparently, as of at least 2018, Robert Downey Jr. and his wife really do live in a late 19th century windmill folly. Originally built as a playhouse and later transformed into a full-fledged residence. It resides in East Hampton.
Well, I take that back, Medusa Wi-Fi.
Still going to be the picture for this episode.
Yes, definitely will be the picture. I'd actually already done the promo stuff, but I'll redo it because that's a great picture.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's revisit the beer cooler.
J.L. Cola, never run away, never run away. J.L. Cola, never run away, never run away. J.L. Cola, boom.
Perfect. So tell us about this blackface beer again.
It is from... Sabrina almost spit out her drink.
Oh, it was this close to coming out my nose.
That's what she said.
Jr.
Yay.
Would have burned.
Yes, it would have.
From Stone Brewery, it's their Tropic of Thunder lager. It's got a nice 5.8% ABV. It is a tropical lager. And, yeah, what does everybody think?
Well, I will start. I didn't think it finished bad. It still doesn't finish bad an hour into this.
Maybe it's just their IPAs then. And that
It's-
says a lot coming for me.
It's pretty good. It does have that hoppy finish, but it doesn't linger. I'm tasting a little bit of citrus in it. I would probably do 3 of these. This is a middle of the road beer for me. It's not hitting it super hard, as in, gosh, I need some more, but it's not one of those that I would turn away if it was thrust into my hand at a rave.
When do you go to a rave?
In my dreams.
Oh, I love that song by Dokken.
How about Heart?
Dokken's better.
Okay.
He has better hair plugs.
Laura.
I like Heart.
Well, I have to say, I've thoroughly enjoyed the Kona Spiked Island Seltzer. It's really good.
We're not rating that.
Oh, sorry, guys. This one starts off very hoppy to me. The Tropic of Thunder.
Yeah.
It's like really hoppy. I would almost think I was drinking an IPA
But it's a lager.
instead of a lager. Although, contrary to what JL said, it finishes better than it starts. So, yeah, that's what she said. So, I'm gonna give it a 2. I don't really like it, but if this is what you were telling me I had to drink, I'd probably drink 2 of them.
A surprisingly low rating coming from you.
No, it's about right.
Yeah, I know. I was just being sarcastic.
Oh, I was like, no, like
No,
if,
I'm going to be the total realist on this one. No, that's
if
about
it
right.
didn't
That's what I
start
expected
out
from
so
her.
hoppy, it would be better.
I didn't think it started hoppy.
I
It does
don't think it
start
starts hoppy.
hoppy.
And I drink hops.
It
Like,
smells
my beers have hops in them.
I'm gonna go back to my Starfruit Lime Island Seltzer.
All right. Well, the most descriptive of us who rate beers, Sabrina. 6.
So, all right, I'm ready to do my rating then. Sabrina's done.
No, for me, it started out better than it's finished. I'm getting towards the tail end of the can, and it seems rather foamy to me.
Because you let it sit too long.
Probably. I tried to save some for the end of the show. So
I have 2 more cans.
But it does have a strong hop taste. I don't particularly mind that so much, so I'm okay with that. It's got a fruitier, citrusy taste. Overall, I'd give it a 3.
Wow, that's kind of low for you.
You can't use the same joke, Chris.
No, it's not a joke when it's true.
Yeah, it's actually, yeah.
I was
I thought about,
surprised.
like I said, I thought about giving it a 4, but just towards the tail end of the can.
Hops and,
I do.
And it's hoppy, so
But
I
it's
was
just
surprised.
It's
the
happy.
getting down to the bottom of the can. That
hops.
Yeah.
last bit is just kind of throwing me off.
Okay. All right, Beer Master.
You know, it doesn't have that typical aftertaste that I've gotten from prior Stone beers. It is a little citrusy. You do get a little sweetness in there. But I feel there's a dry aftertaste at the end. So it's hoppy, a little sweet, and then a little dry at the end. It's not a terrible beer. I think it's a good lager. I could definitely drink a few of these. By that, I mean 4. So it's a good one. It would not be my go-to and all that, but it's a good one. Chris, how did you rate the can? I never asked.
Oh, the can I would rate a 5.
All their cans have, like, their labels have the same devil, demon-looking dude on there.
Yeah, it's a devil, and behind him is like a beach.
Yeah.
Tropical paradise.
It's like they hijacked a cone of beer and
Yeah.
put the demon's face on there.
Yeah.
And I'm not a big brown. I don't like
It's a
browns,
cream colored.
but this is very pleasing, tanny, creamy.
Yeah.
I would say it's more tan than cream.
It's an olive.
No, it's not green enough.
I'm going to come up with, like, different
like
colors
a-
the whole time.
A yellowy.
It's a burnt umber.
Maybe more of a taupe.
That's not even a word.
It is a word.
I think it's more yellowy than a taupe.
I think it's brick.
Yeah.
What's a taupe?
It's like
Close to
a
khaki.
yeah.
All right, this nice khaki can. You know, it's amazing. There are even pockets on it, too, so it really is. You know?
I wonder if I can,
Cargo pants.
I wonder if I can Google
This cargo
it.
can, it's amazing. I got a 6-pack, but really there's like a 12-pack in
Did you
there.
guys read the Gilligan Island story on the back?
I tried, but it's too small.
I kind of got bored halfway through.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can read it on your own.
Yeah.
I wonder if it'll let
But-
me color match.
But what I like is that it's considered an independent craft beer, and I like getting craft beers for everything. So
Yeah.
this is definitely a good one. I mean,
Well, that's always
For-
good, too, because everybody's had Bud Light and
yeah. I think
Pabst Blue Ribbon.
a 3 or 4 is definitely good for a craft beer, like for an overall rating.
It's like a tea color.
tea.
So what
No,
you're telling
this
me
is
is
like
I
a-
teabagged you with this beer.
I would say maybe a coffee cream, like creamer and coffee
Yeah.
more than
yeah.
tea.
I
This
can't
is
believe we're
exactly the
arguing
color
the color.
I
Tea
do
with,
my
like-
coffee.
Milk.
Yeah, unless you put tea and milk together. Yeah. I guess so.
71 episodes of this, people. 71 episodes.
Well, we do put
Squirrel.
the beer on the website, so if you want to check out the color, you can see
Yes,
it there.
which quite honestly is the only way that I've gone to buy beer without repeating any.
yeah.
Is the can color?
No,
Yeah,
by
that's the can color.
can color and going to prior episodes because it tells what beer it is right away that we've done. Because I'll be there and I'll be like, "Have we done this beer? Oh, I need to check
It'd
on
probably
this."
be a lot easier than be messaging you guys and being like, "Did we do this beer?"
Wait a minute.
It's-
Have we had a chartreuse can yet? Because
What's chartreuse?
No.
it's like a bright.
I'm a
lime green.
dude. I only know basic colors. You know, red, blue,
We haven't
green,
had a fuchsia
pink.
one.
Oh yeah, fuchsia. We can get a chartreuse and fuchsia.
Still don't know what chartreuse is.
The website is actually a great resource for anybody who's interested in beers. I've often used the website, and it gives all the
What
beers
is the
we've ever
website,
had
Chris?
since show 1. What?
Podcast
What is the
42.
website, Chris?
It is podcast42show.wordpress.com. But
Where else can we be found, Chris?
we can be found
I think Sabrina's done with the show.
everywhere. We can be found
Transition.
everywhere that you can find podcasts.
Like
Right.
where?
But what I was saying is,
Spotify.
what I was saying is, before you're trying to distract me, is
Squirrel.
all the beers are listed there with pictures and all the ratings from show 1 all the way up until our tan beer today.
I'm not in show
Khaki.
one.
And I've gone to the website
khaki.
and looked
Never
at the
mind.
beers to see what I might like to buy sometimes.
Khaki.
If you want my creative ratings,